Namaste everyone. On behalf of eYogi Gurukul Ireland, I welcome you all to the world of spirituality and science of Hinduism. My name is Rajesh Joshi. I will be the lecturer of Hinduism Intermediate 201 course starting from 26th of January 10 a.m. It is extremely important that you all the parents watch this video until the end to familiarize yourself with everything going to happen in next 11 weeks. This course has 10 classes starting on Sunday 26th of January and finishing on 3rd of May. The last day of this course is Sunday 11th of May 2020, also called as graduation ceremony, where all students will be graduated. So I have made some notes here. I'm going to go point by point. My laptop is right in front of me. So we are getting an overwhelming response from the community, and 55 students are registered for the course. There are about 10 students in waiting list, and this list is growing day by day. So please feel proud and lucky that you have got admission to this course in the current batch. Otherwise, the next course of 201 is going to run probably another 1.5 years. It's a tremendous amount of effort that requires to run this kind of course. So from here on, I'm going to go point by point on every aspect of the course, schedule, and many more things. It is important you watch this video till the end. Normally, we do this kind of video at the beginning of the class, but to save time on that day, sitting all parents in one room for another 45 minutes, it kind of takes another extra level of resource, time, everything. So we are using the virtual method and communicating this message. So my focus of this message is primarily dedicated to the smooth functioning of this course. And if you have any organization related query, please contact, we have a name, Prashant Srivastav ji. The other key person who will be supporting entire course management, who is looking after entire registration process and everything, and will be your primary contact, is our course director, Vikas Vasishtha. Very quick overview of our organization, just to familiarize yourself. We have a motivated, enthusiastic, dynamic team of 12 members who have dedicated themselves to build this organization for next 10 years and more. These are myself, Manish Shadana, Prashant Srivastav, Dilip Kathuria, Sandeep Gupta, Vikas Vasishtha, Vishambar Kathuria, Satish Gupta, Ruhi Bhan, Hemant Nandan, Vishal Sharma, and Kuldeep Rawat. We also have a team of vibrant and energetic support team who are the backbone of this organization. These are Abhishek Mehta, Neeta Bhanji, Vicky Pandita, Anita Gupta, Viresh Chaudhary, Tejbir Singh, Suman Pathak, Hema Patle, Anil Patle, Anubhav Srivastav, Venkat Bhai, Dayakar Bhai, Sanjeev Sharma, and you all. So we're welcoming everybody. We strongly believe in those who are joining us fresh. They will be part of our this support group and will become the backbone of our organization. Next up is a lecturer. So current course will be taught by me. However, we are providing training to following individuals who are going to be the gurus of future courses. So these gurus are Hema Patle ji, Bharti Sharma ji, Anita Gupta ji, Vikas Vasishtha ji, Girdhar ji, and Preeti Kathuria ji. And we are continuously looking for energetic people like you who wants to basically do something for the Hindu community. Then please come forward, become the guru, and contact me or Vikas Vasishtha. If you have interest in becoming guru, definitely we welcome you, but there is a little bit of long-term commitment. We're talking about 5 to 10 year commitment, because we're going to invest a lot of time on training and development. And it's a voluntary support, and there is no monetary benefit out of this. So the question comes, right, why this course is so important for the students? So there have been more than 1.5 years of deep research in developing Hinduism intermediate course. This course is a classroom based, but there are a lot of interactive sessions. You may have seen in our open day how we teach with interactive style of teaching. The course is taught in two 45-minute classes and a 20-minute break in between. And we learned from last two courses what we ran there, that we did not give a student enough time to interact each other. So this time we're allowing 20 minutes of time to interact each other. So what is in the course? That is the most important thing, that what's exactly in the course. So this is the course book, what I have in front of me. This is a 1.5 year of deep research done on Hinduism, a lot of papers and a lot of work. Basically, hundreds of hours of work has been put forward on this particular book. It's a 300-page book, very carefully designed, crafted, and with science and spirituality of Hinduism. So the course starts with 2 lectures on science of Hinduism. It traces the history of science of Hinduism for last 10,000 years and provides a complete overview. These are the first 2 lectures of this. On the 3rd lecture, we go into explaining Bhagavad Gita and its basic, very simple form, what exactly Bhagavad Gita is, so that it makes very easy, understandable to the small kids, even 9-year-old. On 4th lecture, we explain how teachings of Bhagavad Gita will basically can be applied on daily basis. The source of knowledge, basically this Bhagavad Gita is the source of knowledge for all the motivational speakers. You can trace, one can trace 50% concepts of entire positive psychology and motivational speaking back to Bhagavad Gita. So choice is yours, right? Whether you want to taste the holy water of Ganga at various other places, or you just want to go back into the Gangotri where it originates. So what we have is, this is your Bhagavad Gita. This book is the source of all the knowledge. This is the Gangotri of the knowledge. This is basically where all the positive psychology, motivational speaking is coming out of it. So why not just directly basically touch this? We are so lucky that we're Hindu and we have this book as part of our religion and culture. So join this lecture on 4th lecture. So on 5th lecture, we introduce a very unique topic. We all see what is happening around us is that various types of organization advocating various philosophies of Hinduism. Examples of ISKCON, Swaminarayan, Brahmakumari, Sadhguru, Swami Chinmayanand, Art of Living, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, Patanjali, and many more out there. One gets really confused, especially when the kids are involved. They get confused, like today I'm going to Swaminarayan. I met with some friends, they belong to Swaminarayan sect. And other day there some kids are coming from ISKCON side. So how these are all intertwined and related and going back to how they are part of Hinduism. Are they really part of Hinduism, or they are like Narayan sect? That is part of a Vedanta philosophy of school. Oh, this is another sect, Ramakrishna Mission. That also comes from Vedanta philosophy of school. So what we are telling them, the root, and then how the branches are coming out of that root. So this is a proper university style teaching on this 5th lecture. On the 6th lecture, we go into tracing 15,000 years history of yoga. So we trace it back to all Hindu scriptures, Veda, Upanishad, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and many more, Brahma Sutras. So then we take the first text, which has systematized all the knowledge of yoga into 8 limbs, 8 parts, also known as Ashtanga Yoga. And that book became the basically founding stone of modern yoga, called Patanjali Yoga Sutra. And these 8 limbs of yoga, what exactly they are, students are going to remember them. And by the end of this course, they will memorize every single limb of yoga, what exactly that means. What is the entire Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi, 8 limbs, what exactly they mean, what is meditation, how asanas are, how postures are, all that knowledge. By end of this course, they will memorize all of them, and they will probably even able to explain to anybody out there. On 7th lecture, we introduce the meditation technique. First, in 6th lecture, we're teaching the theory of yoga, meditation, and then tracing back to 15,000 years. Now comes the application of that knowledge on daily life, which is meditation technique. So on 7th lecture, we have a meditation technique, which is based on Patanjali and Bhagavad Gita, starts from 6th chapter and Dhyana Yoga, and starts from 6th chapter, 6th verses to 26th verse. So we explore the human mind. This is very important. On 7th lecture, what we're doing is basically giving the tools and techniques of controlling this mind to create inner peace. From here on, students learn and practice meditation in every class and at home. The idea behind this is to teach mind control so that students can learn how to explore human mind to its best potentials and how to excel in every field of life. If you control this guy, there is nothing out there which you cannot control, which you cannot excel, which you cannot be successful. So primary thing is developing mind control. On 8th lecture, we move on to the knowledge of awareness, or known as the philosophy of Vedanta. That's my favorite topic as well. This is where we explore how outer world, the science, and the inner world of human consciousness, the inner of our soul or Atman, how they are connected to each other, and how the knowledge of awareness, the Upanishadic teaching or the Vedantic teaching, how exactly it helps to understand creating an awareness on our mind 24/7, what we are, where we are. And by having that knowledge, one distances itself from the daily happening of the misery, sorrow, pain, whatever you feel, you distance yourself and create inner peace. It is extremely important that kids will learn in a very simple, you can see the book will be so much graphical, colorful, and concepts will be explained in a very simple way. So that's on the 8th lecture. In 9th lecture, we take the concept of Vedanta to a new level in this. We join it with the pure consciousness and answer who am I, what am I, where am I? And we also join the modern science with the quantum physics. Those who attended the open day, they saw that we kind of given a glimpse of how the very subatomic level in electron, proton, neutron, and at the bottom quark and string, how they are basically working and in tandem with the Rig Veda concepts, the hymns of creation, how all this quantum physics is basically so aligned with our Rig Veda and other Upanishadic teaching. So we are going to explore that. And one can ask me this question like, is it all for 9 years? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. If Adi Sankaracharya can master from 8 years to 12 years of age, read all the Hindu scriptures, then why not our kids can learn? You will say they are not Adi Sankaracharya. For you, they are not. For me, they are. They are all have capabilities. In fact, a couple of kids have told me this already in previous class, that we are 9-year-old, we still have 3 years, so we can learn all the Upanishads in our next 3 years. So we have full confidence on our kids. On 10th lecture, something unique takes place where all the mantras will join together, and basically we'll be teaching that. And there is another unique topic we're picking on that day, which is basically the history of India, how it was distorted, and what is the true history, the Aryan invasion theory, a little bit of touch, basically explaining kids what exactly the whole history of India in reality. So we're going to touch that. On 11th day, which is the graduation ceremony day, there are a lot of fun activities on that particular day. That's the one where all the parents will be coming together, and there will be lots of activities starting with the KBC, Kaun Banega Crorepati style quiz. There will be 40 questions. Kids will participate actively. Entire class is divided into 3 teams, and each team competes with each other, answers the quiz, which takes 1.5 hours. Then all the teams get prizes, medals, and everything. And the idea behind this is that all kids get prize. Every one of them will get prize. Every one of them will get medals. They will get certificate of the completion of the course as well. And there are 3 more primary activities which I'm going to explain during the entire class are going to take place. First one is the homework assessment. Second is video presentation. Third is poster presentation. So homework assessment, right? So we have designed about 15 to 20 multiple choice answer quiz for homework for each class. This will be an online quiz this time provided by our IT team to you guys. The idea behind this is to encourage students to go back and take this book. This book is only a reference material. Real teachings are happening in the class. So what we're encouraging kids that For each topic we take and teach in the class, we tell the students to go back and kind of a little bit soft forcing that you answer these questions. So each topic, there will be one question picked up, and so they read the book at home and answer these multiple type questions. So there is an exception, and that all students complete. There's that all the students complete this quiz before start of the class. So what I mean to say is that this quiz must be completed before start of the next class, and there will be 5 attractive prizes. Whoever gets most basically numbers in 10 different quizzes will be given prizes. So there is a team working basically. Prashant Bhai and his team is working, and Venkat Bhai is actively working on it as well. So they're making it online, and there will be prizes on first 5. Second activity is video presentation. There will be a requirement to develop a 3-minute video presentation, and it will be introduced from class 6th. In past, we used to give certain topics to the students, and they used to speak in front of camera, and then we used to collect these video presentations and then judge them. This is all about basically what you have learned in the course, and can you explain that? Because this is the one question is asked to everybody, all these kids, all the time in their life, that your skin color is whatever, then how do you, like, you are Hindu, you seems to be Hindu, can you explain what Hinduism is? So what we are doing is we're teaching them in the class what exactly meaning of being Hindu, and if there are any festivals, if there are any rituals, can they explain all of that? So the students pick these topics and they explain themselves in these videos, and then professionally we judge them. So that is going to happen as part of video presentation. Now we may change this slightly based on our team's input. So, and the other thing which is going to happen, the third thing, is poster presentation. From 6th class, all students will start working on an A2 size poster. We will be providing all these basically utilities and accessories in the class. You don't need to worry about it. There will be a poster they need to develop, and based on the topic they want to choose, and poster will be posted on the wall on the quiz day. It will be judged. Again, there will be top 5 prizes available on that day. The kids will get it, and obviously there will be some prominent figures from the community will be coming and giving these prizes. What we want out of these 3 activities I explained to you, the homework assessment, quiz, and poster presentation, video presentation, there are prizes on each. For all these activities, visit our Facebook page. We have videos of the past, the previous batches, how the kids have basically developed their skill, how they speak. So there are videos available, and there are also posters available from both batches which have been passed by Gurukul. They have graduated there, so their posters are available, so you will get an idea basically how the poster look like. And finally, that all students will who complete the course, they will get a certificate on graduation day from eYogi Gurukul. You saw that on the open day that we gave certificate to everyone. Now we are moving on the selection criteria. I'm trying to answer all the potential questions out there. So I really appreciate your patience for next few minutes that we go through this, so that we don't end up explaining everyone individually. That's the whole motive behind this video. So because this time we have 55 students, last time we only had like 20 to 30, so it was easy to have a one-to-one interaction. But with 55 and 46 families out there, it will be very hard for us. So first watch this video, understand it, and then if you have any questions left, the entire team will be there to answer you. Selection criteria. The age for new student joining Hinduism Basics 101 course is 7 years and above. The age for new students joining Hinduism Intermediate 201 course is 11 years and above. All students who have completed Hinduism Basics 101 course of eYogi Gurukul and are above 9 years of age will join the 201 course starting now automatically. So if you are a 9-year-old and already completed 101 course, you are automatically enrolled. For a fresh, it's 11 years. So all student now, question is all student who are between 10 years and 11 years of age joining directly in 201 have not completed the 101 course, the first course, the basic course, then they will be subject to observation by Gurukul team of gurus and course director. If we find our intention is to continue, help them, support them, and let them continue. But if they are struggling with the curriculum, then we will be requesting the parent to please skip this course and basically go and join the next one. Therefore, it is extremely important. That's where you as a parent come in, that you take this personal responsibility. You have the course book. All the students who are participating in 201, they should also get, if you don't have already 101 course book, ask us, we will provide you one. You take these at home, teach them, share and learn yourself and also teach them. So you need to fill the gap basically, which because they haven't completed the 101 course. Then another question, there is a question asked whether I can bring my kids who are smaller in age and they will just sit on the back benches and they won't disturb anybody and they will be just there, with us. Please understand the psychology of this, right? All other kids are basically 55 of them sitting in a proper way. We are giving them chocolates, toffees, and snacks, and water bottles, everything, right? They're being part of this. Every activity they're participating. And here you have few kids in the parents' row getting nothing out of it, just sitting there. They will feel demoralized. They won't feel good at all, right? Why we are being segregated here? We are also same. So, and also from the course point of view, this course is not designed. There is a minimum criteria. The concepts are, some of them are very tough, not easy to understand. We're trying our best to explain. So our humble request is, please don't bring those kids. No kids are allowed other than who are registered between under 18 years of age. If your kids are under 18 years of age, either they are part of the course or they are not there in the hall at all. So that is our humble request, please. People of other cultures joining this course. So there is another question asked, like, can the people of other cultures can join this course or not? So the best way to answer that is, this particular course is designed primarily for Indian origin people. There is a lot of ritualistic portion attached to it. There is a lot of Indian kind of stuff, history and all that is attached to it. So they may not get as much benefit out of this course. And also, sometimes they may feel like, I'm here not to learn all the history of India, all the gurus and all, things about the stories of India. I'm here, primarily their interest is yoga and meditation. So they may not be as interested. So there is no point inviting them on this course. But having said that, eYogi Gurukul takes very pride in inviting the entire community on different courses. In coming days, we are going to have yoga, we are going to have meditation, we are going to have lots of courses, not only for our own Indian people of Indian origin, but for everybody. It will be all open for everyone. Each course has its own objectives, goals. Current course has a goal and objective set for the people of Indian origin, and other will be joining it. There will be classes on yoga and meditation class, the one which are happening. If you want, you can invite them, but subject to, you have to send a mail to our course director. Course director will decide whether we should invite them or not, but feel free to reach out to them, right? Timing and attendance. On the 26th of January, the first day of the course, registration will start at 10 a.m. sharp. The class will start at 10:30 a.m. that day and will finish at 12:30 a.m. So kids collection will be at 12:30 p.m. Rest of the classes will be starting at Sundays, 10:20 a.m. and finish at 12:20 p.m. So it's a 2-hour class. There will be 2 45-minute and in between break up 20 minutes, and last portion will be left for question and answers. So again, 10:20 a.m. start time, 12:20 p.m. finish time. On arrival to the classroom, every student, there's a requirement now, every student must sign a sign-in sheet. They must arrive at 10:20 a.m. and at 10:25 a.m., 5 minutes before the start of the class, they must all be seated and class will start sharp at 10:30 a.m. There will be a timer this time. We're putting a little timer which will start at 10:30 a.m. Any student who are coming late even by a few seconds, they have to basically write down their name and the arrival time, what time they arrived, if they are arriving late or leaving early. So it will be marked as red. And for those who will be late in 2 classes or more will be put down on the bottom list of all the eYogi Gurukul future courses. We're going to be very strict about time in next course because of the following reason. You can understand once I explain you the reasons. First, when you come late, you miss the class. Second, you create distraction for the entire class. If you come 1 minute late, if the entire class is waiting for you, 54 minutes are wasted for all other students and the teacher. The lecturer, when a person comes and lecturer is teaching, the lecturer loses chain of thought, concentration. Even the kids, they lose their chain of thought flow because kids are going. And this time it's class size is quite big, 55. If we allow 1 or 2 students to come and go, it will just become an airport. People are coming, going on their own time. We can't afford that in this class. If you go to a swimming class, if you go to a piano class, if you go any other class, you're always on time. Why not do this for the Hinduism course as well? So we are going to be very strict this time. So please bear in mind, all these restrictions are there. Another questions are asked, can I leave little early? So with all my humility, I just want to say, there is absolutely no excuse whatsoever that there's a birthday party I have, there is a swimming lesson I have, I need to go early because of this, that. There could be real exceptions, like we need to catch a flight to India or to somewhere, those exceptions. But whatever exceptions you need to take for leaving early, they must be informed in advance 2 days before to the course director saying the kids will be leaving early. Apart from that, there will be absolutely no exception whatsoever. Attendance. All students must attend every lecture of the course. As I have explained to you that if you miss any one lecture, it is very hard to catch up, because when I was explaining about all the lecture series, you can see most of the lectures are independent of each other. So if you miss one, you are missed that one. And some of the lectures are joined together. You can't understand meditation technique if you haven't attended the entire history of yoga, the 8 steps of yoga. So there's no point coming on that day if you haven't attended that. And then understanding the concept of Vedanta, you need the previous knowledge. So every class is very important, and they are kind of somehow lecture series as well. So what we are basically clearly telling you that you have to have a minimum attendance there. We are recommending 80% at a minimum. Otherwise, you will be put again back on the future courses on the bottom of the list. Break management. There will be 2 45-minute classes. There will be 20-minute break in between where good quality of snacks will be provided absolutely free, where you will have water bottle, some chocolate, some jelly beans, some chips, and we are flexible, basically understanding the needs of the student. A lot of people are questioning these things like why snacks and this. Please understand, what you're teaching to the kids is Hinduism, which they consider as boring stuff, right? We are basically have decided that we will give them every comfort, convenience, whatever possible to make them sit in the class. So if it is a chocolate, if it is a toffee, if it is anything else, please, we will do that. If they need water bottle, we'll do that. Because our intention is to teach them Hinduism. All the strict discipline you want to apply to them about chocolate, toffee, please do it at home. You have 8,740 hours. We're only talking about 20 hours in these classes. Apply whatever rules you want. But in these classes, our intention is to make them sit. It is extremely hard for a 9-year-old to sit for 2 hours in a class teaching, getting this kind of knowledge. That's why we are there. We create interest. We have learned from our own how to make them sit. So trust us on this. And so, go with that. So please understand this particular thing. Now, the last very important thing which I want to tell you. that all these rules, what I have explained to you, please understand, they are for your benefit, your kids' benefit, very important ones. If for some reason you cannot commit to any one of them, if you believe that you are already out for 3 classes, 4 classes, you can't, there's no point joining this course unless you can commit for 80% attendance. So it's better to skip this one. If you want to be late for by a minute or two, please skip this one. There are 10 to 15 kids are waiting there to be enrolled on this class. If you cannot adhere to the rules of the course, then it's far better, give chances to other, join in future, hopefully in 2 years time frame, we may run this course again if we have resource and, support of community. So join at that time. Parents engagement. We strongly encourage parents to read book, attend all lectures and support students at home. Make this part of life. One of our basically great support, our core team member, Dilip Bhai, he always says this, that what happens that if you make this part of journey of your daily life, like when you're driving in a car, ask your kids about the question, what did you learn in the course? Oh, you learned that mantra. So explain me that mantra. Oh, you learned that story. Oh, explain me that story. Or I know a story. Let me teach you a story. Like interactive sessions. Create that, and kids will start learning. This whole, Hinduism will start flowing in your home everywhere. And that's where you will realize the spirituality of it. Seating arrangement. So what we have this time is, due to a large class size, it's a natural thing. You may laugh at it, but we have found that, these are all experience of teaching kids, that the small kids, they start talking, especially the girls, they start talking to each other. So this time we have come up with a very good seating arrangement here. And basically what we are going to have is that on this particular row, the kids are facing the screen, and then there will be a barrier, and out of that there will be a Gurus of Hinduism Gurukul course who wants to be Guru, and followed by all the guests and Gurukul parents. They will be sitting in this side, and then this side we will have 4 of our classroom managers. They will be sitting. So this is our seating arrangement, and we're segregating them boy, girl, that way. So you can imagine the level of planning has been put forward on this kind of course. So that's on the seating arrangement. And question and answers. So basically, obviously, if you're sitting on the benches, if you're a guru of the course, or if you're parents, am I allowed to, you have a question, can I ask these questions? The answer to that is, only students are allowed to ask questions during the 45-minute class. Nobody from this side or this side, gurus or parents, are allowed to even intervene, interject or ask questions. But during the break, before the class, during the break and after the class, you're more than welcome to ask any question, number of questions. I will be always there to support you. If you want, we can have one-to-one sessions. We can answer all the questions you have in your mind. There is absolutely no problem. But during that time, that's dedicated for the students only. Classroom managers. So on this side, the 4 people who are sitting here is the classroom managers. So what they are? So we have introduced 4 classroom managers in each class. These are 2 partners, basically husband, wife or partners, 2 males and 2 females per class. These are parents that are not part of the Gurukul core team. We want to maintain an independent assessor and observer to support everything. If your name has been listed in the schedule, which we have sent just basically early today, if you have been listed on that, so consider that like a jury duty, that you don't have a choice. This is the humble request we have from Gurukul, that, many times you guys say, how can I help you? This is the help we are asking you. Make just available yourself for one day. That's all it is, out of 10 courses. What are your duties? Let me explain to you. First, feel proud that you're lucky, you're supporting and got this kind of opportunity to engage and participate and volunteer for the course. And if for some reason, if you cannot commit, please try to collaborate with other people who are part of that team find and swap the place and inform the course director. The reason is simple. Let me explain to you this. There are 10 classes, 4 people each class, 40 people. If my team starts ringing 40 people, it will take us 10 to 15 hours to build a schedule for that. The guys are swamped here, doing tremendous work. You will see there are 180 pages of laminated sheet is happening right now. 6 hours of job just to laminate those sheet by somebody up there. That's our Sandeep Bhai and their kids are working on it. So there is tremendous hundreds and hundreds of hours of work is going on the background. So this is the help we're looking for. If your name has been listed there, take personal accountability, responsibility. If you can't commit to that day, find a swap with somebody else, collaborate with them and inform the course director and we'll change it. It's no problem at all. You could be traveling, you could be somewhere else. Just collaborate that. Also remember, the other duties you will be collaborating, cooperating with the students and basically making sure they are all sitting properly, not making noises, and you're observing everything. You're making sure child protection and child safety laws and everything are in place. And you will also be supporting, because this hall is belong to a school, and we have been told, they have been very collaborative with us, that we are not misusing anything. But with having such a large 55 people class, there is a chance of damage to property and everything. The day that happens, we're out of there. This whole program gets in jeopardy. So the request what we need from you is that there are 2 doors in the hall. We're going to block these doors to the best. And then there is a toilet which goes right from one door. So during the 20-minute break, 2 of the classroom managers will have to sacrifice 20 minutes standing on the 2 sides so that kids don't roam around into the school, and you're literally guarding them. Please understand that, the Gurukul team is already engaged with so much other work. This is the simple help we need, and we sincerely thank you for that in advance. So, and try to maintain. The only thing is, when a girl is going, please make sure there's a woman goes with her. If a boy is going, a man goes with her. We don't want basically mix up there. So we will explain to you in more detail as well. And the other responsibility, that you need to be there 15 minutes before the class and until each and every kid leaves safely there, and all the hall got tidy up, everything gets put back into its original order. A table, chair, whatever we have taken, they have stored everything. That is the only commitment. You have only 1 day out of 10 classes. We really appreciate that. Child safety. Safety of our child and students is #1 priority. My own daughter is there, and all the Gurukul team members, their daughter, son, everybody is there. But we take child safety as a #1 priority and very serious. Some of our staff is already Garda vetted. Remaining have already signed these forms few weeks back. They have been already processed. Manish Shadana is coordinating that. If you have any questions or anything, please contact him. And very soon we are becoming a registered charity in next few months, and basically that's where everything will change as well. We'll become more legalized, and in Gurukul no staff member is allowed to touch any student without their permission to help. There will be no private session or lectures to any student without the permission of the parents, and if it takes place ever, the parents must be there and the classroom manager must be there. So absolutely there is no private session to anybody. And it will be the responsibility of the classroom manager to ensure no child is roaming around in the school, and child protection laws are upheld all the time. If you notice any violation, please escalate to our legal director, Vishambar Kathuria, and child abuse, any sort of, will be reported to authorities. We will have zero tolerance on it. And we want to make it absolutely clear to each and everyone. No child abuse can take place in Gurukul. If it takes place, it will be reported to authorities. So with all these, I have answered most of the questions. I hope so. Otherwise, we will be there. The Gurukul team will be there on 26th. Now, my final words. Sorry, this video has taken a little bit long. My sincere apologies on behalf of eYogi Gurukul. In the end, I just want to say that, 5,000 miles away from India, a strong team of Gurukul staff and volunteers are spending hundreds and hundreds of hours providing resources, finances from their pocket, teach the spirituality and science of Hinduism to ourselves and to our next generations. So please take it seriously. You won't find this anywhere else where people are so dedicated, right, doing this kind of videos, so late in the night. So by now, you may have also realized this is not just another organization. Here you have passionate people. Our courses are highly professional and running like a university style. Here you have passionate people who are dedicated for the cause and working professionally. The organization have strong spiritual and high ethics, and it welcomes you to join any team based on your skill and interest. You're welcome from our heart to join us to anything you want. We're totally open. There is no place for ego, power, money, or identity in Yogi Gurukul. Here you just give. There is nothing back. The only thing you get back from the Gurukul is spirituality and science of Hinduism. Our hearts are glowing with the light of Hindu way of life. It's a spirituality and science of Hinduism. You're not going to find this kind of organization anywhere in the world who are presenting the realistic, rational, logical, practical, pragmatic, and scientific face of Hinduism. We are the 21st face of Hinduism. We are the yogis of the modern world, and that's why we call ourselves the eYogi. So make best use of your time with Gurukul. In next 10 weeks, you are handing over a child on 26th of January. We promise you, this is our promise of eYogi Gurukul, that on 11th of May, when they are graduated, we will give you a transformed child, which will not be the same child, disciplined, confident, and back to you, who will have developed sanskaras and will give you more respect, love, and so much confidence. He will also be proud of his or her own roots and along with respect to everyone else. May Lord Shiva bless us on this endeavor. Tasme Manohasiv Sankalpam Mastu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Thank you very much.